We got a fun one today, guys. We're talking the law of diminishing returns with your EDC knife. So we've got a $7 knife, a $170 knife, and a $300 knife, and we're going to compare those three and see what happens. So first off, we've got the Ozark Trails Bugout knockoff. This is D2 steel, little Bugout clone, crossbar lock, probably aluminum can pocket clip, but it's got metal liners in there, so it feels better than some Bugout things that I've felt. And it cuts like a laser. Quality control's pretty good. Overall, this is not a bad knife. I mean, if you can hear the fidgetiness, it's not as crispy as even a Bugout or something like that, but it's still pretty fun. So overall, I feel like that's a great knife for the money. For $7, if you're just getting into pocket knives or something like that and you just want to have something that's decent, that's not bad. And then if you're getting into modifying knives, take that little logo off and you'll feel even better about yourself. Because once, you know, but honestly, if you can carry something like that and just be proud of it, you'd be surprised how many people will support your actions. So you don't have to have brand shame with that either. But if you don't want brand shame, the next step up that I've got, which is not by any means their cheapest option, but the Cruwear Micarta Paramilitary 2. As you can see, mine's a little dirty. I've been processing some fat wood with it and stuff, but, you know, it's not a bad little knife. I like the size of the handle on this. Boom. And overall, I would say it's a great upgrade in fidgetiness. Like, listen to this slow double click. Can you hear that? Like, it's just very satisfying. Glassy feeling action. Super strong feeling knife. I've put mine through the ringer. And one thing I'll say is it doesn't feel, it's not like the fit and finish is going to wow you on this. There are some little rough edges, and the way the micarta takes some time to wear in is kind of a thing that some people don't love, but I kind of like. Like, I've refused to oil or wax mine. I just want it to break in naturally. Like, I might rub it around like this sometimes, but like, I just want to see my natural wear pattern on it, or my natural patina. So overall, this thing cuts way better than this. I mean, phenomenal cutter here. If you're processing cardboard and you want to feel like you've got a lightsaber, grab a Paramilitary 2 and just go to town. Because this thing, especially with the Cruwear, I could cut literally for hours on cardboard and just get bored with it a couple nights in a row before this thing would even need a strop. So I like that thing a lot. But 170 bones, that ain't cheap. But you're at the point where you can kind of buy once, cry once, and you can kind of feel proud of, you know, it's kind of the point where you're like, hey, I got a knife that I can walk around and show people, and knife people will be like, oh, that's a cool knife. That's by no means, again, the entry level to that. But I think this is a solid option. Spyderco is a solid option. Even if you get like one of Spyderco's cheaper lines or something like that, I think that Spyderco is always going to be a good option for a knife that you can kind of show off with a little bit of pride. Not that you should have pride, but, you know, we know what it is. So last but not least, we've got the Benchmade 940 in Magna Cut. This is one of my, one of the knives I really looked forward to getting, and probably the knife that I looked forward to getting the most at the time that I got it. And, well, I guess that makes sense with every knife because you buy it. But, yeah, this bad boy has been through a lot with me, and I have no complaints. One thing that I'll say about Benchmade, in my mind, the fit and finish is immaculate. So when you feel this thing, it's buttery smooth. Everything is like art quality matte finish. And I've carried this thing a lot. So, I mean, there's even, I think, some wear on the blade up here somewhere. Yeah, there's a little bit of... So, I mean, I've used this thing. I'm not babying it by any means. And these handles are still, these scales are still very, very, like, pristine, I would say. So, like, as far as just, like, everything lining up great, everything feeling great, everything being very high quality, Benchmade, you can't really beat. But you know what? Now that I've done the compression lock a little bit more, I still think that the combo of the compression lock and the thumb hole, I think that's a good combo. The slipperiness of this thing feels good. The fidgetiness feels good. I think that's an overall better feel than this. It's a little small for my hand. It kind of peters down to nothing down here, which I like something with a little bit more of a swell in the back end, which even the cheaper one has there. So, I mean, it's all personal preference. This is a strong blade. I'm not afraid to pry open a paint can or do anything like that with it, but it is not the laser beam that this one is. I think I've called everything a laser beam at this point, but this is the sliciest knife out of all three of them by a mile, and that's blade geometry and stuff. But yeah, for processing wood, or not processing wood, for processing cardboard, stuff like that, this thing is awesome. For doing some hardcore wood removal, like I was whittling at camp one day with this thing, just going to town, and it held up like a champ, which I had a fixed blade on me, but I was just doing it anyways. So this thing is a beater if you let it be, and I'm not afraid to carry my knives and do stuff with them, but it's not like going to be your scalpel out of the group. It's definitely more of an abusable knife. This one, I feel like the overall construction, though, feels like more of an abusable design. This compression lock, just the construction of this all around feels more like a design that would hold up to more than this, but I have absolutely no reason to think that, because I have not abused either one of these to their death. So yeah, your mileage may vary, but all in all, I think they're all three great options. I personally take this one for a couple reasons. Some people say D2 and MagnaCut are hard to sharpen. I have an opinion on that. D2, not hard to sharpen. I can sharpen D2 every day, all day. MagnaCut, I hate sharpening. I mean, I've gotten better at it now that I have some guided systems and stuff like that, but yeah, I hate sharpening MagnaCut. And this bad boy, this will sharpen up pretty easy, pretty quick. But one other thing, if you're using like a guided sharpener or like the field sharpener or something like that, oh, excuse the fireworks sounds. It's that time of year. But yeah, if you're using one of those like stones with a little angle guide, or even a lot of guided sharpeners or something with a fixed angle, this thing, this thumb stud can get in the way on both of these. And because of the round hole, you don't have to worry about that with the Spyderco. So ultimately, these two are great knives. This one's more of a beater. But you know, if you work in a trades job, but where everybody likes to flex on each other, that's probably a good one for you. If you are just getting into knives, this might be the one, man. This is I definitely recommend this to somebody. It's such a leap above like a back lock or anything that or a slip joint that you felt before, that this will feel like an upgrade, and you might as well enjoy that cheap $7 dopamine hit while you can get it, because once you get into these knives, they just don't have the same impact to you. So a good first knife, I would say, yeah, grab one of these guys. If you've only had like slip joints or lockback knives like that before, this is going to feel like an amazing upgrade to you. But for me, this thing, the balance of fidgetability, ease of deployment, and I trust it. The other thing, oh yeah, I trailed off, but D2, I don't have a problem sharpening. MagnaCut, I hate sharpening. But crew wear, this is kind of a side note, because like I said, I wasn't really trying to take steels in consideration. But I don't know how much of it is this blade geometry or how much of it is crew wear. But crew wear, you could just strop or maybe ceramic rod for a year, it feels like. That stuff is hanging up beautifully for me, and holding up, hanging out, I don't know. But is holding up beautifully for me, and I abuse this thing. If I can think of an excuse to cut something, this is what I cut it with. So zip ties, wood, little pieces of like metal, or I've cut brass with this thing. I just put this thing through everything that I think a knife should be capable of, and all I do is strop it and ceramic it, and it stays. Now, the other day I did hit it with the fine stone for the first time since I've owned it, and it came back to scary sharp. Scary sharp. So for me, that's my personal favorite. But if I was just starting out, I'd definitely get this. If you're a tradesman who likes to golf with his buddies and wants to have the most expensive, snazziest knife, go find you like a gold edition Benchmade of some sort. If you're just a dude who likes a knife that he can use easily and is super fun to like, if you hand this to someone to cut cardboard with, the first time you cut cardboard with this, like, you're like, what? I did not know that kind of cutting was possible. So this is a fun one. And it's a little big for office use. You know, I work in an office, so like when you have to use it, sometimes you're like, what the hell? So maybe a pair of 3 might be the best thing. But, you know, your mileage may vary. Like I said, this is all just an opinion video. This is my pick of the litter for right now, but my mind changes like the wind. So, you know, you might see me carrying another. And I love the 940. And you know, this is a cool knife. I carried this for a while. So, yeah. I hope that helps breaking down what I think you get as far as price goes. I think really, I don't think there's anything at 150 bucks that can't really be accomplished, so to speak. Now, maybe if you're getting some crazy exotic super steels or something like that, I think extra fit and finish, some style points, you know, just the battle-worn finish on there, whatever they call it. This is just almost feels like a designer's work knife, whereas this is more like, I don't know, an everyday knife, and this is just like the cheapest everyday knife you could ever make. So yeah, if you guys like one of these, if you got a favorite, or you think I should throw another one into this comparison video or another comparison video like this, let me know. I know I've just been sitting here rambling, but hopefully some of you guys got something out of that. It's a 4th of July weekend, so I was trying to keep, you know, I try to make a long form video every week. So I was like, man, I got to get out there and make one. So this is what I was going with. I thought it was a fun idea. There's fireworks going off all around me, police sirens, the whole 9 yards. So hope you guys are having a beautiful weekend. Stay safe out there. Tell me which one of these bad boys you like the most or which one you carry. Other than that, stay safe, stay strong, stay strapped. Like and sub if you like what you see. Have a beautiful evening, guys.